Welcome, this is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Zen Tangle Teacher. And today's tangle is Sun by Hanna Shan. She is a CZT Asia number 2, and this is a beautiful tangle. And I had fun with it because I always change things a little bit, and this is what I taught in my class at the library. And here are my, they can go any direction. Here are my examples of different ways you can do it. This one with one of my favorite leaves, and then this is with oh my goodness, I have forgotten. It just slipped to me. It'll come back here in a minute. It's, you know how brain on chemo is a little weird. And here is one with a little more pointed leaf, which was kind of fun to do. So let's look at Hanna Shan's Tangle, and let me get a tile out so we can work on a tile. And I always suggest to my students that it really helps starting if you put a dot in the corners and your border. Even if you don't plan on putting in any other kind of string or anything, you're just going to do the whole thing. It just helps you have a place to start. And so I'm going to start here in the corner, and I'm going to do just kind of a stem. It kind of spirals in, but not too much. I call it my little mucus stem, and then it comes back. And see, it gives me a place to kind of end my tangle. And now we're going to draw our leaves, and you can see me rotating. I have to get mine rotated so that it's at the right. I have to laugh. I rotated it all the way around. And I'm going to put my first leaf shape. Let me come in on this. You know, it's a little teardrop shape. And I'm going to kind of go backwards for me. I'm going to start and go to my right. And then come around, because I want my little leaf shapes to touch each other. So they kind of snug up to each other. And then we just work our way around the spiral-y shape on the outside edge. And my little leaves tend to get a little bigger as I move around my shape. And I want to kind of keep them kind of not too fat, but they tend to get a little chubby. And then you can see that I am now diminishing or getting smaller back, because I want it to kind of grow around, because that's kind of sometimes what happens. I noticed on Hannah's, hers stayed all the same, but for me, mine kind of got a little bit smaller. And there we have the basic of Sun. Now Hannah did a little dot up the center of hers. Just a little trail of dots. And I like them to kind of be fat and then diminish. And now to give it some drama, I'm going to fill in the space that's between the little leaves. I think that really gives your tangle some drama. And this is kind of has a little plain look. So there we have it with that shape of leaf. And now I'm going to draw it with my other shape of leaf. I'm going to use this shape of leaf. And you can go, you know, different directions. This one I went this direction. Oh, I need to back out a little bit. Put my dots in the corners. And now I'm going to draw my spiral leaf going a different direction. Anyway, yes, they are. I had to stop and think, is it going a different direction? And now I'm going to put a different shape of leaf. And flux. I knew it would come to me. I'm doing flux. I'm sure you were all shouting, flux, flux, Melinda, flux. And this time, you can see that it is building its own drama as I go around. And I have to laugh, not always are my flux the same size. So we're just going to purposely give them different sizes because they weren't the same size. And I usually don't like it to be every other one big. I like them to have a variety. And I think I'm going to end there. So you can see it's kind of got a different shape leaf. And this time, instead of doing the little dots, I'm going to do just a little stroke. And I want to kind of lift my pen as I stroke. And that gives it a little diminishing aspect of it. It kind of is softer. Kind of just take off. We're no landing, we're just taking off, as Rick and Maria say. And there we have. And now I'm going to come back in and I'm going to just fill in this space where there might be, just darken in that line going around the flux. And there we have, so there we have it with flux. You can see like the way difference in the two. And of course, I never draw anything the same twice. This one is great for shading. So we're going to shade shade these, I'm just going to put a little graphite around on the bottom of my little leaves, and then I'm going to grab my shading stump and blend it. This one really needs cleaned off. So you can see I layered them up and did another tangle with it. This is a great one that you can do a holly bow effect behind. But there we have sun. Great. From Hanna Shan CZT Asia number 2. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. New videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So enjoy and have a great day.